Just want to show you this 2019 Range Rover Autobiography that I've just been driving to Milton Keynes to do my radio show. This has got the facelifted Velar grille. It's also got the Matrix LED lights as well. Absolutely stunning colour combination. I love these massive wheels, look at those, huge. Split tailgate as normal for the Range Rover. It's got a new light cluster as well at the back for the 2019 facelift. And the other thing that it's also got, let's take you inside. Look, by the way, look at this when you open up the door. And that even takes the weight of somebody really fat like me. So let's just get in the car. So it's all changed on the inside. It's now got the center console that the Velar's got. If I just press the start stop button, fire life. Look at that. So just like the Velar, you can actually do all of the comfort program. You can do the dynamic eco mode and all of your different off-road ranges as well. You can do the seats where they're air-conditioned seats if you fancy that. Have it nice and cool. It's quite a sunny day here today as I'm recording this. You can also, of course, have heated seats. You can even, this is brilliant. I just want to show you the key for this. You see that there? Oh, other side. That's it there. You can push this button here before you get into work, before you get into the car, before heading into work in the morning on a cold day, and it will actually demist your car and de-ice your car. And I just want to show you this cabin. Look at the details on that steering wheel there, look. The wood effect is just stunning. I love as well the cockpit, where you can actually see the sat-nav. You can change this all around and actually find something that you like. If you want one dial and you want sat-nav on one side and you want the entertainment information or anything like that on the other side, you can do that. But just look at this, like leather here, beautiful quality switchgear with the windows. The double glazed as well, double glazed windows. All of it is just stunning. Massage seats for a long journey. I've just driven this a couple of 100 miles to Milton Keynes and back, and it's just been absolutely beautiful. The wood, everything in this car is just stunning. And this is the Autobiography model, and it's got the fixed armrest in the middle, so it's like a 2+2, and the luxury in the back here is just absolutely beautiful. These seats in the 2019 model are actually wider than they normally would be in the other model, which is pretty good actually, because I'm wider in 2019. It's got a fridge. It's got a fridge in this car. It really does just have everything, this, and a nice widescreen sat nav. I just think I totally get when you see loads of these cars on the roads, these new Range Rovers. I totally get it. They're just the best thing to drive, and they're so airy and nice as well. So finished in this car, because now I'm actually going to get out and hand this one back. And there it goes, let the footrests come out again. So I'm finishing with this car, which is the nice grey Autobiography, and I'm now going to jump in this car, which is the brand new Land Rover Discovery on a 2019 plate. So I've also driven up to Milton Keynes in this car as well. I love the look of the new Discovery. I think the front looks amazing. The side aspect on those 22-inch rims looks amazing. The rear, I don't know, it's taken me a while to get used to the rear, because it kind of looks like somebody's been punched in the face and their face has not quite gone back to normal as of yet. But a lot of the Discoveries have always had number plates to the left, haven't they, or to the right, and this one is no different. But look in the boot of this bad boy. Inside, it's cavernous. So you've got this huge boot here, but also it's a 7-seater. There are the 2 seats there. You can put the front 2 seats down nice and easily, just by a press of a button. Buttons are just there. There's the little shelf thing that usually slots in here. You can put this side down as well. And now you have enough room to probably go to sleep. And I love about the new Discovery is that opens up there, a little seat for when you're sticking your wellies on, which is good. We'll now close that, put these seats back up. have a look in the front. So in this car, slightly different. There's no automatic footstep, it's just there. And that's the thing about this car, it's a bit more rugged. So when you get into it, it's still, I mean, it's still really high end, this 19 plate Discovery, but it's just slightly different. As you can see here, there's no second screen there with all of the climate on. They're just actual buttons. So you've got there, it's just basic, maximum. Then you've got the front window, the rear window, synchronize your air conditioning. You've got the AC, max AC, blah, 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 that you'd see anywhere else. It's just so much more simple. But when you start it, you still have in the middle the digital display, which I love. I love the way that Audi do it. I love the way that Land Rover do it. I think this looks fantastic. On here as well, it's the same sat-nav as in the Range Rover Autobiography, apart from you haven't got the shortcuts down at the bottom there, so you can just use them here as normal, but there's just other ways of accessing those. So I love that about this. Here it's just a bit more straightforward as well, but check this out. In here, this central armrest, look how deep that is. You could fit a baby in there. It's massive. It's absolutely enormous. And that's the thing with this car. It's got like 2 glove box, like the Range Rover. One there and one there. But it is just a bit more simple and straightforward. And I think, I hate to say it, for having like a family, I do prefer this Discovery. I mean, it's huge in the back. Lots of room in the back seats. But you just don't feel like you're going to be as paranoid and panicky when your kid pukes in it, and you know, usual things that children do. And I think the Autobiography, I mean, it's such a high-end car that you can either just be so ridiculously rich where you can just afford to just have it ruined, but this is just more rugged. And the engine, by the way, which is the Range Rover's got the TD V8, so it's got the 4.4 litre V8, which has got 300 plus horsepower. I think it's about 330 horsepower. This one's the 3 litre TD V6, and this has fewer horsepowers, but it's punchy. And if anything, because this car's lighter, there's me talking about Discovery actually being lighter than something else, they're normally so heavy, it's actually feels a bit nippier on the road. So let's have a look in the back now of this. It's a rear access. I mean, look at all that space. That's my seat in the driver's position, and I'm not short, and look at that. So much space there. And then of course you've got that area there to put the seats down if you want to get in and put the back seats up. So this is the new Land Rover Discovery, and I think it is pretty good. And I'd have to say, and I might get a kick in for this, but I prefer this to the Range Rover. This has been absolutely brilliant on the motorways, and it has just not put a foot wrong. I mean, the Range Rover hasn't. The Range Rover is even, I think the Range Rover is probably better on the motorway, to be honest, but just living with every single day with a family, it's the Discovery.